Yo, what it is, Juxx Unbreakable, excellent, exclusive Diamondz, Juxx Diamondz, and right now you listening to the Lyricist Chronicles. Brooklyn Mo is Mo Brooklyn. We need more of him in this industry, in this world today. Make sure y'all tune in to him, subscribe, buy.
Boy, Brooklyn Mo, man, representing Brooklyn to the fullest, New York City always. It was just so nostalgic because it just made me feel like how I felt when I first started rapping and the reason that I started to love hip hop in the first place. So for me, you know, his music and his message and the type of stuff that he's talking about on his records is something that we need to continue to do and carry on. And it just can't be, you know, whatever new age music it is. There's a space for all of us in here, and there's millions of people out there who want Juxx just like they want to hear me or anybody else that has something to say.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, Random Man, and this is another edition of Lyricist Chronicles Artist to Artist series. Now, as you probably just saw, you had the two artists. They just said their piece on each of their different counterparts. So, without further ado, let me introduce you further to these two artists. Over here, this is my man, Juxx Diamondz from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And Brooklyn Mo from Brooklyn. So this literally is the Brooklyn meets Brooklyn Lyricist Chronicles.
That's a fact.
I am very excited about this, seeing as I'm also from East New York, Brooklyn. This is gonna be.
Oh, it's real Brooklyn today.
This is real Brooklyn. I think this whole room is Brooklyn right now. I'm happy to get you guys on, but we're gonna go right into it.
Let's get into it.
All right. What was the first thing that popped into you guys' minds when you first were told about this concept of the show? You can go.
First thing that popped in my mind is like, all right, we're gonna see, you know, about the artists, you know, dig into each other's minds, and you know, at the end of the day, it's competition.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm joking.
That's a fact, though. It's true. It's true.
But you know what I'm saying? Any artist that I like, I'm like, yo, let's work. Automatically, let's work.
Right.
That's a
right.
fact.
How about you?
First thing I thought about was the same thing he said. I thought it was a dope concept, you know, for two artists to be able to pick each other's brains, but also the fact that, you know, everything is always ego competition, and it's like no room for that. This is about appreciating each other, you know what I mean? Or finding out about another artist. So for me, like, that was the best thing about it. I was excited to be in a position to do something where I could show love to somebody.
Right,
you know what I mean?
and that's what's wrong with the industry right now is everybody's like always trying to be, I'm better than him. Nah, let's come together and get this money. That's it.
It's a fact.
And I always felt like Brooklyn used to be the hot spot for, you know, people to collab. Brooklyn used to be known as the collab spot, the mecca of hip hop for collaborations. And over time, it just felt like whatever was happening to Brooklyn in the change of music, there were just situations where people just were more convinced that they had to be not only better than the next person, but they could not work with the next person. Because Brooklyn's always been about bravado. It's always been about, you know, my shit better.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
Of course.
But it used to be about my shit better. Your shit cool. Let's get together and do something.
Yeah, exactly. And it even went as far as to say, like, it collaborated, but they still like, you know what, I'm gonna show out on your track, and you gonna show up, we gonna see who gonna really do it. You know?
I don't know if your mind frame is, but my mind frame is anybody that do a song, I'm gonna body them.
Yeah.
Even if it's a party song, I'm a body.
That's a fact.
Right.
I think that, you know, that's the best for me too as an artist. And it's not even like I'm coming at it with that just because I want to be, let's say, better than the person. It's just that I know if I come in with that mindset, I'm gonna give the song the best possible verse I can.
That's like I did. You know, I did a couple of songs with legends in the game. Even if they did their verse before, I always be like, nah, you ain't gonna get up off on me.
You guys wrote some questions for each other?
I got a question for him, actually.
Okay.
Cool.
I was checking out the Black Czar, right? And man, it just gave me this crazy, gritty New York, nostalgic feeling, you know, just to, you know, name a couple feelings I got from it. But I just wanted to know, like, what was the concept behind that, you know, in general, sonically and visually?
All right, so basically, I'm gonna break down the whole scenario with that. When Busta released the video and the song the same day, I dropped that.
Nice.
The song, not the video.
Right.
The visual, we just did it on some guerrilla street stuff. Like,
crazy.
we just did it, you know, and being that with the video, with my big bro Mike Cans, he's actually signed to Def Squad. And who did the beat? Rockwaller, which is Def Squad. Beautiful. So it just made all sense.
Because it really went together real well, in my opinion. I liked it a lot, for real.
Actually, one of my favorite joints.
Thank you.
You got a question for this?
Like, who inspired you to start rapping?
Inspired me, honestly, man, to be real, like, I think I always remember a lot of DMX growing up and like real old school music, but I wasn't necessarily in tune, like, I want to rap, I want to do that yet. And so honestly, I would say like the Blueprint, Jay-Z, yeah.
Because you know what kind of vibes I get from you? Skyzoo.
I like Skyzoo too, you know what I mean? Growing up, because that was after the fact. Yeah, Skyzoo was amazing, man. That's, you know, those is like people I looked up to, you know what I mean? When I was 15, 16, I seen them like, yeah, for real. Like Jay-Z started, and once he started, like he got me started, everything else was just like everybody, Papoose, Skyzoo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody really from New York that was doing their thing.
Dope.
I love it when a plan comes together, because what you guys just were talking about just made me say, oh, I'll ask this question next. And it was already the next question. So Brooklyn is known for producing some of the greats in hip hop. From the Jay-Z's to the Talib Kweli's to the Notorious B.I.G., all the way to the King, Asiatic, nobody equal, Big Daddy Kane. It takes a special person to come up in the Brooklyn streets and rap. But what is it like being a rapper from Brooklyn? The good, the bad, and the gritty. What is it like? Either one of y'all can take that.
You could go off first.
So for me, I feel like, you know, being from Brooklyn, automatically you gotta prove yourself, right? That's like one of the first things. They hear you from Brooklyn, if you're not coming with it, you know, you can see the disappointment, right? They're like, come on, man, you gotta represent. You from BK, you know? So, you know, I would say that's the good and the bad at the same time. And also in Brooklyn, it's a lot of like, you know, like in hip hop in general, like we were saying, it's a lot of like, I'm better than you, you know what I mean? My block is better than your block. It's just like so much rivalry going on. Like, and he said, instead of like getting together and like, let's putting our networks together and increasing our net worth together, we not doing that. So I feel like Brooklyn is a lot of crabs in a barrel mentality. And you know what I mean? That's really like the ugliest I've seen. And honestly, like now it's just getting gentrified. So like, I always say like, man, I hope my story stick, man, because they don't even, it's not even matching like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
You running about the corner store.
Yeah, it's like they went, they was like, I was on the corner, I ain't see nothing. Like, yo.
So
like, yo.
Right.
I might have a couple of years over you.
You got a couple, yeah.
The era I came up in, from Brownsville, you had to battle each and everybody who rapped in the projects. But it started in junior high school and high school. I went to Jeff. You had to battle the nicest dude in Jeff, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you had to go through the trenches. Basically, it was school to develop your craft and everything like that. But
real life school of hard knocks.
And just you gotta like you said, it is full of crap. Excuse me.
So I got another question for you, right? And how did the song "Nostalgic" with Bad C happen? Because to me, that is super New York, super, you know what I'm saying, like 90s, 2000s, like everything that's great about hip hop, I felt from that song. Okay. And the title was obviously like perfect.
So for the viewers, I'm gonna put you onto my bro Bad C. If y'all don't know him, he was on Funk Master Flex Volume 3 or 4.
Yeah. Okay.
We knew each other for years, even like not even on no rapping, just sitting on the phone, cracking jokes and stuff. So with that nostalgic joint, I came up with the hook, you know. A dude from overseas named Martello, he did the production.
Fire.
The way the vibe took me back, it took me to AZ and Nas.
Yes.
So it's like, that's how the hook came up.
Yeah.
This got the feeling the Nas, on AZ is Juxx Diamondz, can't forget the Bad C. So it's like, it was just natural with us.
And it felt that way, like you guys was just bouncing off each other's rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Like the verse, the hook was flowing, and then like everything about it was just like, it was just genuine. And then, you know what I mean? And that's everything.
And with the video, we did that, in 2021? We did that in 2019 on the hottest day of that summer.
Yeah, it looked like a hot day out there.
He was aggravated, I was aggravated. That's it. So you say you from Crown Heights, right?
Yeah.
Any other MCs you like from Crown Heights that, or you ventured more out?
To be honest, man, I ain't know about like Sean P and stuff like that until like I got older. So for me, I always looked at like, I never been like just, oh, I'm a New York, East Coast type of dude. I always like, if I find inspiration or something, it doesn't matter if it was from the South, from the West, or whatever. Even though when I was growing up, it was like that East-West thing. But then once I got to a certain age, I was like, nah, like I'm gonna venture out, you know what I mean? So for me, I never been so much about like the people in my area, but just in general, everybody. And I think that's why, like, I got a lot of similarities to different type of people. And like people from West Coast might be like, yo, I hear some like West Coast in you, like certain songs, or and somebody be like, yo, from the South, you sound like you got like a South, you know, you got family in the South? I'm like, nah, but maybe listening to these people like Scarface and T.I.
But being that you from Crown Heights, $500,000.
I don't know $500,000. I'm gonna keep it real.
Nah, that's good.
I'm gonna keep it real, yeah.
Look him up.
I'm gonna look him up. What's his team? You know his team?
He was with Nori.
With Nori.
He passed away in his height of his career, but he was awesome.
I'm gonna check him out.
Yes.
Thank you, man. Bet.
He was awesome.
What I like about this whole project is the fact that you guys have to listen to each other's music for 3 weeks. There's a lot you can learn. What's so impressive about that is that it allows you guys to have a first impression and allows you guys to have your impression after listening to all the music. So, I want to know about what was your first impressions of each other's music the day one listen.
Day one listen, I listened to 2 joints. I don't know the songs up top. It was mostly the videos. I said, yo, this fucking dude is nice. And I immediately hit him up. Was like, yo, you're fucking dope.
That's a fact.
Like,
and
we on camera, and I'm not afraid. I would give this man his flowers, you know, his roses. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists don't do that.
I appreciate that.
For real, I appreciate that, bro. And the same to you, bro.
Thank you.
How about you? What was your first impression?
My first impression was, I was like, yo, this dude is hard, know what I mean? And then I was like, I started to paint him as what I saw of the first impression, but then as I started to go into the catalog a little bit and I started to see different types of, you know, takes on the songs and the different type of message he was trying to say, and also the different type of concept his videos was coming with. I was like, yo, this dude's an artist. He's not just a rapper. This guy is trying to create something, and he's putting thought into his stuff.
And with you know what's so crazy? I hit him up. I'm like, yo, nobody ain't fucking with son. I hit like, yo, like real talk. I'm like, labels or whatever should be fucking with you.
Damn, I appreciate you, bro.
But we connected, so that's gonna change.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That you became more than just Juxx Diamondz to me was we were in the studio and you,
shout out to Dan the Man.
Right. Shout out to Dan, which he was laughing at me that day because I'm random, man. He was like, oh. Yeah, I remember that day like it was yesterday. And that day was a while ago.
That was years.
But the first time I heard you putting together the concept for a song that you weren't even doing that day in the studio, I was like,
let me guess, that was for a math song.
Yeah, and you were just like, it was so methodical, almost like Cerebral Assassin kind of style, you know, Triple H, you know,
like a scientist, huh?
Scientist. And then the first time I heard one of you, just something for you spitting, you were doing one of the freestyle competitions that Sean Weathers was on. And I heard Sean's joints, and then, you know, the hashtag was there, so I hit the hashtag and everybody else's stuff started coming up. One of the first ones that comes up is you, and you destroyed it.
Oh, your fucking performance is out of this world.
Thank you, my brother, for real, I appreciate it.
And I was just like, yo, did he know that this competition is not for something? Like there's no, he's not gonna win no prize.
You know what it is? Well, he did something where a lot of artists can't do. If I'm gonna grab this fucking mic and I'm killing it, you gotta pick up the pieces or don't touch it. Plain and simple.
And sometimes, you know, I've been to places like that, man. Y'all really appreciate everything that y'all saying, man, for real. Like, just to let y'all know that. But because I'm just a real humble person with it, you know what I mean? It's just I turn into an animal. You can be a little cocky sometimes. I'm cocky when I get on the microphone.
There you
know
go.
What I mean? I turn into an animal. That's how I am. But like what he said, like I've been in rooms where dudes bodied it, and like if I was to think like, damn, like yo, what I'm gonna do, what I brung is not good enough for that. Like I could never shine the way that I've been able to shine. So I think for me, the best thing for the way that I approach stuff like that is definitely like, you know, just trying to do the best that I could do.
Just do you.
And exactly, just do me has gotten me to places I shouldn't even be.
Top 5, dead or alive.
Ooh, why does it always have to be? Whenever you put MCs in the room, it always asks each other this question.
Damn. All right. Top 5 dead or alive now? No order?
No order.
No order. All right. Man. Jay-Z. Biggie. The 5 is crazy. Hold on.
Just whoever
Hold on.
you
Let's
like.
see. I'm a DMX, man. Rest in peace, DMX.
Okay.
One thing I want to say about DMX though is because DMX wasn't like the best lyricist, bro. But it's just something about what he say, bro.
You know what it was? His pain.
Yo, like I'm telling you,
he put his heart on the track.
Yo, and that's something I learned from DMX, bro. I don't have to be the most lyrical like on every track. It's sometimes I could just say something that's gonna touch somebody. So X, man, yo, rest in peace, X.
Rest in peace, X.
Yo, man, the way I've been feeling lately, man, like Nipsey Hussle, man, it's up there for me. I did a tribute for him, and I'm gonna put out soon. It was real, like it's real. I really mess with Nipsey, and I'm gonna say somebody crazy like this alive. Let me, like Lil Wayne, man, growing up.
Okay.
I love Lil Wayne growing up, man.
Listen.
And the like, we talking 2000s. Lil Wayne was crazy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The Carter 3.
Carter 2 is crazy to me. That's my joint right there. Yeah.
That was my.
I like Wayne.
That was me, and I was still in college when that was.
I gotta show Wayne some love.
Working.
I just don't like it. Wayne don't be, you know, supporting, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
the minorities. I don't really like
Yeah.
that. That's the only thing I don't like. That's kind of turned me off to Wayne. But say Nas, Tupac, I could say all those people,
Yeah.
but like,
I like
let's
that.
say little.
That's pretty-
I
like
give
that.
Wayne some love. Of course, yeah.
Of course, Jay, Big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you off on this one, Busta Rhymes.
Man, throwing me off. Busta's amazing, bro.
50.
Yeah, man. Why
and,
not?
you know, who's my 4th one? Method Man.
Method Man
knew
is
you was gonna say
fine.
that.
Yo, Method Man raps the same, bro, from when he was the hottest in the hottest
He still
group
look
in the
like he in
world
his
to
30s now.
Yes.
He bodies, yo.
Wrong, like I listened to music my whole life, but it was Method Man. I knew the whole song. Went back to school. Oh, you don't know about this song? And then, boom, you know.
He do all the lyrics to it. They like, yo, you a fan.
Yeah, next question. Yeah, next question.
So my next question is funny because it's gonna go into this. Basically, do you mess with anybody from the new age hip hop, or you strictly like nostalgic, old school, whatever you dealing with?
What you mean? All right, so we're gonna go with 2 ways.
I'm talking like Uzi, all the way up to those type of people.
Yeah. I like the King Von.
You like
Okay,
King Von?
I like
Okay, rest
King
in
Von.
peace.
I like FBG Duck.
Okay. All right.
He like all the rappers that Nothing against rappers
That's a
at all.
fact.
I mess with the 504s, and of course I gotta go
Okay.
with Brooklyn home team, the Schmurda Gang.
That's what's up. That's a fact. So
I like that.
a lot. You know, a lot of people, you know, I encounter too and I network with, and they like let's say like naturally like vibe with me. They'll tell me like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this type of music. So that's why I always ask, because you don't know what somebody like.
And
I'm
the boy
open.
Jay Critch.
Oh yeah, Critch. Yeah, Jay
I actually
Critch.
don't know who that is.
Look
Jay
him up.
Critch. Yeah.
I need to look that up.
Yeah. from
But see, you
Brooklyn.
know what it is though, like how I listen to them, because they still, even though they do the drill and the bounce, somewhere or another, it's still a little lyricism in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they're from Brooklyn.
It's still a very young genre.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that what we have to do is, and I say it's young because I say it's young as in the era of how long it's been around. It still has not been around as long as rock.
That's
or
true.
as long-
Okay.
So
That is true.
in that essence, we need to be a lot more open to the fact that there are going to be splinter cells of hip-hop.
Right.
There's always going to be levels, and I think as listeners, it is important for listeners to be one of those things when you walk into the room and you look at all the colors on the wall. If you go in there and automatically say, I only like blue, your eyes are only gonna focus on the blue colors of the wall, which means you miss out on the entire color spectrum of that wall.
But that's the world period. Like that's like that goes back to when I said, damn, nobody checked him out. Like you know?
Right. And I think one of the great things about something like this is I can bring two artists who haven't heard each other into the room. Because everybody that wants to be on this show that's been hitting me up, hey yo, Ren, yo, you should get, and I'm like, and that's great, but you know them.
Right.
Like, what's the point of having you two in the building?
Fact.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of great artists
That's dope. I didn't think about that.
And I don't want them to
like that.
Y'all can't be in the building because y'all already know each other. Y'all already respect each other's music. Y'all already like each other's music. I need to get you somebody that you've never heard before that the chances are you might like or you might not.
Right.
How do I put y'all in the same room to talk about hip hop? That's the purpose. But here's the last question for you guys. Now, the first episode, I asked, what era do you think you would be, rock out in? I'm not gonna ask y'all that question.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask y'all this question. If you could go on tour with any legend of hip hop in the prime of their career.
Ooh, man.
So that means we're cutting time. You're who you are now, but they're in the prime of their career. Who would you choose and why? So basically you just found a time machine and was able to go back in time and do some.
Alright, I'm gonna answer this. It will have to be the Def Jam tour with X, J, Ja Rule, Method Man, and Redman. I gotta be on that tour.
What other tour is there, bro? You feel me? Like, what other tour is there to be on if we could get in the time machine? Up in Smoke? Ain't
Nah, that wasn't Up in Smoke. Up in Smoke was like Dre and Snoop.
That was Snoop, yeah.
Hard Knock Life tour.
Yeah. What's the name of the movie? Backstage, right? Yeah. That's a throwback right there.
Jay-Z was just talking about that on the new LeBron show.
Yo, that was hilarious, man. That was funny. I seen that. Yeah, that cracked me up.
Can I just say? I know I asked one artist, but the fact that you gave that answer, and I was not expecting that answer.
Because you know why? It's like, yo, you with.
It's whatever your answer is gonna be.
Because you know what it is you around greatness, so you have no other choice but to be great.
Yeah, it's no other tour. That's what I'm saying.
That's the iron sharpens iron answer.
Yeah.
Because you're in the building with some of the still hungriest, successful artists.
Like,
because usually you're hungry when you're
let me say this, like just something I did already. I don't know if you know, I did the tour with Method Man and Redman.
Right.
So they was going on before us. So it was me, my bro Mike Hands, and Rockin' This Monster from Helter Skelter. So me being performed like, yo, this is the biggest tour I ever did just for these two.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I gotta show my ass. And I showed my ass. After I was done, Redman, yo, you did your motherfucking thing. And just to get that, fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Sometimes those type of things, man, propel us too to another level. Like, yo, the dudes that I've been watching do this for so long and do it so good, like, and the ones I look up to is like telling me like, yo, you doing your thing, like, so that's how I know I'm supposed to be here. So sometimes, because you get that little self-doubt, sometimes it creep in there and it's just like, you get something to give you a sign, you're like, man, I'm meant to be here, I'm meant to do this. You know what I mean? That's just with anything, man.
I like that, fellas. Fellas, tell everybody how they can find you.
The blooper.
Instagram, Juxx Diamondz, Juxx Diamondz with a Z. Everything in social media is Juxx Diamondz. Also, make sure you cop Lord Knows Volume 2.
Yes.
Nice.
If you cop anything,
don't be scared, be frightened.
If you cop anything, cop that. Because that is, start to finish, probably the epitome of
what hip hop used to be.
Smack you in the club and then say, hey, I'm gonna buy you a drink. That's the epitome of that.
That's
I like that.
Man, look me up. Who is Brooklyn Mo? Anywhere, any social media, it's the same thing. YouTube, Spotify, any streaming platform, Brooklyn Mo. 10K hours out now streaming, man. And we also got Motivational Monday, man. We doing that every week. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother OG King Kurt from the Brooklyn Nets. And we basically, we just getting out there. I got something with Renee Montgomery from the owner of Atlanta Dream. And we just work to put things together for the community, and also, you know, just to motivate everybody that follows us and that rocks with us. For sure.
What's up? That's what's up. And I know you got some things going on with Back Block.
Yeah, Back Block Music Group, new label situation through Who Mag, Sony, Orchard Records. We got Money in the Player Hustle, Math, Ledger, King Harv, Hazenomical, Chief Wrecker, and the new A&R. So we got, you know, and we got producers, The Beat Crook, aka The Grinch, Salio Beats. We just coming up with some new stuff in the works.
We got some fire for you guys. We got some fire for you. As you guys know, there's one thing I like is some good music, and now I get to listen to music and see what's good, what's not. But anyway, it's your man, Random Man. This was Lyricist Chronicles Artist to Artist series, and let me just tell you this. If you are an artist and you feel like you are lyrical, hit me up, and I'll decide if you're lyrical.
And if you're not lyrical, you get a pie in your fucking face.
Okay, all right. This guy in the pie in his face. It's your man, Random Man. This is Juxx Diamondz. This is Brooklyn Mo, and we are out.